First, you need to have for tomorrow ideally your brochure matrix, your strategic canvas, the usage scenario, and the detailed experimentation. You see, because I've shared this morning. So, and tomorrow we can, if you are ready.
Could you please repeat?
Yeah.
I missed the first requirement.
No, it's for ideally for tomorrow, and we will, because we'll finalize it tomorrow. And if you are ready, we can even have a first pitch session training tomorrow. Your brochure matrix, you see my screen? Yeah. Brochure matrix, strategic canvas, usage scenario, and the detailed experimentation. This is what I've shared this morning, detailed experimentation. This slide here. You need to be clear, yeah, to have this slide ready in your presentation to share with at the jury. So, okay. So who wanna start? Yeah, to share your content, the matrix, the strategic canvas, the usage scenario. Bongikosi, you with the Embuso group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm done with the blue ocean matrix and the usage scenario, the pictures.
Okay. Okay. Show us.
Not the previous one. Yeah.
Okay.
Let me just try to share my screen.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So this is the matrix. So the overall of the project is to give students the opportunity to write the examinations offline without being interrupted or affected by load shedding. So that's the value proposition. So with that, what are we eliminating? I'm gonna start with that one. So we are eliminating being connected to a network, which actually affects students, especially when there's load shedding. So they're not able to write the examinations. So the second one is the impact of load shedding. So one thing I've realized is that load shedding does not only affect students in terms of like network and stuff, but it affects them also in their devices such as computers and laptops that depending on electricity to be used if like the battery is died. So that is just a disadvantage of like them students being able to write the examination. So what are we reducing? So it's costs, especially on the universities or colleges. They spend so much on data for students to participate in the examination. And the second one is the incomplete script due to load shedding, network disturbances. So sometimes like when there's like network load shedding, there's network. So it positions students in a phase where like they're unable to like complete the examination. So instead they just like submit but in incomplete script because of that. So right now it will no longer be about load shedding, but it will be about students taking time on writing like the examination, or maybe if they're slow on typing, and also like spending much time not analyzing the question if like they're not understanding the question. So those will be the factors that will, propel them to submit incomplete scripts. So what are we raising here? So what we are basically raising is the take tests at home. So with the online examinations, in some areas, there is no high network connection. So that means students like have to move from like their places to another place where there's high network connection or strong network connection to be able to write the examination. And yeah, that. So the second one is the complete course in record time. So here we are raising the chances of students being able to complete their qualifications or courses in record time. Unlike with the current offering that we have of online examination, which will, it's likely to be affected by load shedding, which positions students from like not being able to, complete their examinations, whereby like now they have to repeat and repeat and repeat and repeat because of that. So you find that a student who is supposed to finish his or her qualification in 3 years now takes 4 years or 5 years to repeat that qualification because of that. So what are we creating? So what we're creating here is the offline test platform. That's basically what I was explaining, and the new data transmission, like a new network, is offline platform comes with its own way of handling what's happening in that platform. So this is just basically that. So on the usage scenario, so this is just how it's going to work. So the first stage is the login. You just log inside a platform and see what's happening. So this is a sample. The second stage is it's just familiarizing yourself with the
try to
system.
Bongikosi, like we said, you have already your text written. So be this student and say I me student. You see, it will be very more impactful.
Oh yeah,
you have already this text. Remember, you share it with us.
Okay. Oh, I remember. Now I have to act like the student.
Yeah, it's
okay.
It's a persona. It's a role playing.
Okay. Okay, so this is me. The first stage
So who are you? Who are you? Which kind of student are you? A student with maybe far from the city, with a lot of load shedding, with maybe problems with energy? Or...
Okay. I'm a student who's living in rural areas where like I'm subjected to too much of load shedding. So with this new offering, we'll see like the experience and all. So the first stage is that I log in inside the platform, and the second thing that I will do is I'll check what's happening, how do things work inside a platform, and once I've really finalized familiarize myself with what's happening, then I wait till the examination commences. The next stage is I choose whether I want to write my examination through pen and paper, or maybe I'll write inside the platform. And if I'm going to write inside a platform, even if I'm choosing to write through paper and pen, I would have to switch on my invigilator tool so as to prevent any cheating practices or any cheating acts. And then after that, I start writing. And then after I'm done writing, I will upload my exam and click on submit. If the exam was handwritten, I will upload it. And if it was an exam that was written inside an app or platform, I will just click submit, because it will auto save my exam and auto convert it into PDF. And then after that, after submitting the exam, I receive confirmation that, yay, you have submitted your examination. So I'm all good because I was able to write my exam without being affected by load shedding. Even though there was load shedding, but I was able to submit my exam.
Okay. Some reactions, comments for Bongi Kozi, Jason, George, and the other participants. Of course, you can react.
Sorry, I'm speaking from mute. I may have a question
Yeah.
for Bongo. I'm trying to understand if the load shedding in this case is affecting his electricity or just the internet, because right now you are talking about load shedding and power cuts, but the device that you are using, what is it running on?
Okay, so the load shedding affects actually both the network and students who prefer to write their examinations using computers or laptops. So when I mentioned the laptop thing was, noting that there are some other students that have laptops that are, depending on electricity to be used. Like you find that the battery has died. So if there's no if there's load shedding, that means that he or she won't use his or her laptop or computer. So that's the impact. I hope I've answered your question.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Thank you.
I think for your, it was a discussion I had with Razib. For your offering to make it maybe with a bigger chance to be accepted by universities, for instance, it could be like a plugin, an add-on you add to existing system. If the university or the testing organization, if they have already mobile an app or internet site or a solution, a platform for the exam, your solution should be easy to connect and just to plug in this existing platforms. See?
No, okay, I do understand. So it's actually something that will be complementary with the existing features or existing platforms.
Yeah, it's more like a plugin or API.
Or the API integration.
Yeah, to make this platform able to validate any exam or test, even if there is a disconnection. Or see, with a buffer. In fact, you are like a buffering system with a certification from a tiers organization, and you validate the process even if there were some disconnection. But if there is no existing, but most of them, they have already online platform, even just an internet site. Or you can also propose, of course, to the universities or testing organization that don't have yet and you can make you can digitalize their exam if they don't have yet a platform.
Yeah, because some don't, some do
Don't
have, you know, other
some apps,
platforms.
yeah, like DOT. Resib told me they have a DOT already a platform. Resib, you want to complete?
Get that, Alban? Can you repeat the question?
Yeah, yeah. You know, we are talking together about the plugin add-on approach, because you told me at DOT you already have a solution for exam online.
Oh yeah, and I think Bonkosi already he has used a few of them with UNISA, and even high schools these days they've got platforms where they write exams, and they can write with. You can take your notepad, write your exams, take pictures of the script and submit. You can decide to have questions on the laptop, you write, and then you just click submit. Most of us, I think, are familiar with the systems, but all of them, you need internet connection. The Invigilators app that I know of, you need internet connection, but it doesn't use much data. But now we're talking in scenarios whereby you just cannot connect to the internet. Then what do you do? Even if the 3 hours of the test will take maybe 10 megabytes and you've got 50 gigabytes, if there's no internet connection, there's nothing you can do. So there's the known platforms and there's those that we don't know yet in a form of applications or website, web-based or whatsoever. So I think Bonkosi is well aware of those available platforms.
Yeah, Bongikosi, it's okay for you?
Yes, Alban. I am well aware of, you know, some of these major platforms like the Invigilator apps. Like,
you know, you could be this plugin,
all sorts of them. I am
this
well aware.
add-on connected to the
I know how
existing
they,
platform.
yeah.
And this, and in fact, you guarantee that the exam was submitted at the right time, or was you know, it's I don't know, maybe it's like, because I think your plugin should be installed on the computer of the user, and it's a standalone solution, and it can be discussing with your server. It's a client server application, and this client standalone on the running on the computer, he validate. He have a timestamp to validate when the project the exam has been submitted. Even if it's not connected on internet at this time, you know exactly, and it's protected, and this timestamp it's taken into account when you have the connection back. You can know it and submit it, but it will be the same as you have submitted it on time.
Yeah, definitely. That's true.
It's a plugin mostly, I think. Yeah, I think
Thank you very much.
I think you could discuss with some universities here. Some coaches are from UNISA, from DUT, TUT, University of Pretoria, and ask them if it would make sense, this kind of plugin solution for their system.
I think it can be great, Alban, if you can. I don't know how you can do this for what the names, because I won't know whether this coach is from this institution. But now I know that Raisibe is from DUT, I think. Yeah, DUT. And Yongama from
TUT.
Unita.
Raisibe, I think she's from TUT. Yeah.
TUT.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. I will. Okay, I will connect you to some coach from universities. We had here Yongama, for instance, from UNISA. We had. So yeah, okay, we'll connect you on the WhatsApp. Okay, some other reactions from George and Jason for Ongikosi and Mbuso. No? Okay, we want to share his metrics and usage scenario. So Bongikosi, you have to continue on the matrix with a potential market.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's clear about this process, yeah? How to finalize the market potential part. Yeah, it's okay? For the market potential, all is clear?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I will be done with it before the end of this day.
Okay, good. And you have started on the detailed experimentation to think about it, or not yet?
No, I haven't yet started. I was finishing this metrics.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Scenario.
Okay,
but I'm gonna be done with all of like these things.
Maybe having discussion with some people from the universities will help you for the experimentation.
With what?
Verify for the experimentation description.
Oh, I need to talk with people from the university.
I don't know. I think it can help. Maybe it can help. I don't know. With some discussion with them. Okay, I will put you in touch with them. But you know, in EdTech, you have in the WhatsApp group, you have Basanda. It's from UNISA. You know Basanda. And Yongama. They are from the UNISA. They are your coaches from the UNISA. You can talk with them directly in the WhatsApp group of your project. Basanda Yongama.
I'll contact them and I'll be waiting for your connect too.
Okay. Okay, good. So, and Vinny, I see Vinny and Mbuso. What do you think, you about the project here for EdTech?
Hi, hello again.
Hi.
Yeah, no, there's definitely a potential on this project. Given the digital divide in South Africa and other emerging developing countries, there's definitely, I mean, currently the working from home justifies it. Learning, learners learning from home. So yeah, no, we discussed the issues of the technologies that need to be explored to make it possible. But there definitely is a case, in my view, for what is being proposed here. Thank you.
Thank you, Mbuso. And Vinny, you have some reaction here? What do you think?
Yes. I think also I agree with Mbuso. I think there is a potential for Bonyenkosi's project to help a lot of students. I just think also there are some technical aspects which he he may need help in addressing and figuring out a couple of elements on how such a platform can be brought to life as well. But so far to me, it seems like a, a solution that saves a a particular pain point, if I'm making any sense. So that's all I have to say on it at the moment.
If I can just come back once more, the initial, the first question which was asked, by one of the participants, I didn't catch his name, but had to do with the energy, for instance, to say that, so I'm just suggesting to say that one other thing that would want, what one would want to look into is the issues of power, as in sources of power. So we are, one has to look at complete alternatives in terms of connectivity and also in terms of sources of power, which will be maybe your sun power or other, power sources that are available, so that you want the complete experience of the learner to to be made, to be enhanced.
Yeah. It's a group with Bami. It's also the group from Nkamo Geleng. They're working on delivering a battery, full battery anywhere. Okay.
One question that will come up is, what would happen with this if there's no load shedding? So miraculously, we don't have it anymore. How can this be leveraged in a period of either continuous electrical supply or in other areas of the world where maybe there will be load shedding for some time to come, which is a major part of the world. So I think you should think about that and be prepared, because we want to see it past the era of load shedding as well, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it actually makes sense, because we cannot definitely focus on load shedding. I think that's the whole point of time trends. So yeah.
Yeah, so just saying that it's not just for this time, this place during load shedding. It's also good for X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, for instance, when you are traveling, you are not sure to have a connection. You are traveling abroad, you don't have connection, but you want to be sure that your exam, your test will be approved at the right time with a timestamp and validated to be delivered on time. So it can be a lot of different situations. Yeah, I agree with Jason.
Yeah, true. I agree too. That's quite interesting. I was not thinking it that way.
Yeah, you have the validation service that is this document or any document or any test, exam, or even for the administration has been delivered on time.
Yeah.
The right moment and for test and exam, it's important because there is a duration. But yeah, it can be also for administration, for your fiscal report or things like that.
Yeah, it's different things. I'm glad that you have highlighted this. I was not actually thinking it like that. I was just way too focused on solving the load shedding problem, the network problem. But yeah, it's good to know that it solves various problems like traveling.
Yeah, and you can mention it and give the vision, because here we are talking about the vision, what you are bringing to the world, and not only to South Africa or some specific use case, but you see.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm.
Thank you very much. I guess it changes the market potential. Yeah,
Definitely.
Thank you very much.
So
This
yeah,
is
thanks,
really interesting.
thanks. So we want to present now its metrics and usage scenario and the experiment. It was a question from Itumeleng on the chat about the experimentation description. So the example is this one. It's yes, you have, it's questions. You have to answer these questions. Is it enough for you as content, Itumeleng? Because yeah, it's just to fill in. You select, okay, implementation, which partners, which providers, developers you need for your experimentation, which scope, is it the country, which city, which district in the city, which profiles are you targeting in terms of users, agenda. It means how long will be this test? 3 months, 4 months, I don't know. With which key partners do you need as municipalities, Veolia, to implement it? The budget, or maybe if you need some budget to make it possible, you need to say, and what you will get from this. Because it's very key to start an innovation project with this experimentation. It's not about, okay, I make the perfect offering, I make the perfect development, and I target the world. No, first I test on a small part, a sample of clients, of sample of geography, of territories, and I will learn a lot from this sample. And then when I'm ready, I've found and I've faced a lot of problems on this sample, this small size, small problems. So, and then I will be ready because to make it bigger, to test on a bigger size and grow like this. And then, because experimentation, it's about that, to validate the interest of your offering, to understand the problems you will face with this offering, to develop it. And is it scalable or not? It's all about that. It's MVP. So, Itumeleng, yeah, you asked this question.
Yeah, no, I was asking because it sounds like, so all of us have to have this slide there, because then we're all developing a new project from scratch.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, exactly, yeah. All of you will, or maybe you don't need an experimentation, but I think all of you are testing something new. So you have to describe what you want to test in a small size before being ready to address the world or address the country. But and especially, for your project, for instance, municipalities could help you. They are certainly key partners in the not urban part, maybe to address, to access some farmers who would like to be beta tester of your service. And then what will be this beta testing with these farmers? What you want to learn from this beta testing? What will be the validation in terms of targeted profile? What will be the figures you will get from that? The information you will get about the logistic of your project. It's all about that. It's okay?
Yeah, I think I get it. Thanks.
Okay. It's just the testing your to test your offering, yeah, on the sample. Okay, who want to share now? Maybe I don't know. Empo. Empo, maybe, but for housing, you want to share something?
Hi, Abba.
Hi.
Yeah, I think you actually pulled us out while we were still trying to finalize some detail on the matrix there. But yeah, maybe I can maybe request to get to share.
We will finalize all of that tomorrow, but it's just to be sure that you're already all clear with this matrix, usage scenario, and experimentation description. Because tomorrow it will be the last day, so before the pre-juries, it will be short, yeah, just to be sure that you are all on the track. And of course, you can present as a jury, as a pre-jury, you can show the platform, your matrix on the platform, it's okay, like I said. You are not obliged to have slides, but yeah, you can even make a screen capture of the matrix if you want to. There is a new feature called sharing the matrix, so you can make a capture. But yeah, it's as you want. You can present your project all on the platform if you want. If you're not comfortable with slides.
I can give it a try.
Sorry?
I can go next if no one.
Yeah. Okay. Empo, it's okay. You want to share something or?
I think BOCorners can go. I think BOCorners can
Okay.
go.
Okay, Mbuso, with parents' education, you want to share about this project? Yeah, Mbuso, you can share. You can. It's the floor is yours.
Let me know when you can see.
Oh, yeah, we see.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, the issue that you are addressing is the 3 R's, and we're moving from the premise that only 2 out of 10 learners in grade 4 are competent in reading literacy study. You know, the situation in South Africa and some parts of Africa is that, you know, schools are being looted and vandalized, and, you know, the technology that is put in there, the computers are being vandalized and stolen. So which the problem then affects the quality of education, which is sustainable development goal number 4. And, you know, we've then put together a team comprising of myself, a Bachelor of Science final year student at UNISA, and an educator as well as a social worker. And we've then, to tackle this problem, we put together a parents education program, which connects, here is a parent, I am a parent who is worried about my child who is not performing well at school. And then I get in touch with the parents education program. I sign up with that program, and I'm then connected to a mentor who then takes me through on a daily basis a structured program of how I can change my home as a parent into an environment that is reinforcing the learning that happens at school. So we make you know, technology available, access to technology available to parents at home who then assist their children. And we are then able to turn the situation around. We are then able to, by changing some small factors, we are able to make dramatic change gradually, an impact on the outcomes of the student, the learner. So what we've done is we've reduced the uncertainty that comes with the learning and the time spent in learning, in that the concepts do not have to be revisited again over and over. And we have, by increasing the confidence in learners, we are reducing the dropout rates. We've eliminated poor performance and repeating of grades due to failure. Therefore, raising the quality of education and functional literacy. We've created a safe learning environment and a reinforcing learning environment, and an intergenerational connectivity where parents are having to be part of their child's development and growth. Yeah. I'll pause at that point now.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Maybe just for the matrix, I will invert. I will will change the colors. Red, it should be for reduced, eliminate, and blue for raised and created. Just inversion of colors.
Sure.
Because you reduce, eliminate what is red. Jason and George, you want to, and other participants, you want to react on this project?
Well, this can be a solution for lots of places in the world, not just South Africa. This is an issue in India. It's an issue in a lot of the developing countries. And if this is, there are individual efforts in different parts of India, but there's nothing consistent. So if you have a model that works, it's all over, actually. Probably it's even in the United States, actually. So Jason has had experience trying to do that, so you might have some comments.
Yeah, mine's experience is more in higher education, but in tertiary education, I think one angle you might want to look at is the intergenerational aspect of it, because then it takes you out of just the education platform. It brings you into the assisted living or pensioners platform as well at the same time. And so there you can play the two industries off of each other. But I think the intergenerational aspect of it is highly important from an education perspective. But more interestingly is looking at it from, most countries, South Africa, outside of South Africa, you have kind of an inverted pyramid where there's more older people than younger people. South Africa is better distributed. But if you're going to export it, looking at this intergenerational aspect of it and the mobility and the flexibility of the proposition could be very interesting.
Thank you, Jason. Noted.
Maybe you need a value proposition, maybe a value proposition and a tagline. I think it's missing here.
Yes.
And market potential. You need some figures, and the most important, you need a business model. Because here it looks more like an association. It's good, NGO, but you need a business model. If you want really to make it a reality, it has to be a business. That's my opinion in this kind of thing. So we need to see where you will get some money and how. Of course, it's because it's a loop. It's a positive loop. If everybody got value from that, and the system has value because you have some money, it can be only growing, it's sure. But if someone in the system is just giving his time, his energy for nothing, it will be not working. It's very important to find a business model for these kind of things. My opinion.
Thank you. Noted.
Some other reactions? See, Bongikosi is tied.
No, Alban. I'm just impressed, looking at the intergenerational connectivity, looking at the perspective of co-education, because it's not only the students learning what is being taught, but it's also like parents learning. I do not really know through those children or what, but I think this is what Jason mentioned this Saturday about co-education to me. So I think it plays a huge role in this thing, because parents also need to learn, in order for them to teach their children. They also need to learn these things. So it really creates a space of co-education. So that is why I'm so impressed by this. I'm not tired. We can take another 6 hours of like this session.
No, co-education, yeah, it's very important. It's a society grow. You can make your society growing. It's because maximum of citizens are educated. You give them the right tools to grow, and it's very key. Even if you didn't have this chance when you were young because of life, you can always be educated and learn. So just to be part of the society, to find your place in the society is very important.
And just
Definitely.
the history of oral history in South Africa is enormous. I have a friend from Johannesburg. He got his PhD in oral history of South Africa, but in the United States, because it wasn't, at that time at least, it wasn't put into the curriculum that oral history is such a big part of South African society. And so you could market this as, in some ways, it's technical, but it's also going back to the roots. And so the intergenerational aspect of it really hits on the oral history that is there, but within a curriculum that is in line with the students' goals. So it's something interesting to look at.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good. And also, you can also and also think about the experimentation. So this slide should be very important, because you can ask to the municipalities to support you in testing this in a district, in a, I don't know, internship somewhere, and to try it and to try your business model, because you need to find a business model. It's very important to make it happen and sustainable and developing. Okay, and Busso, it's good for you as feedback?
Thank you. Yes, I've noted,
Okay.
I've made a note of
Okay.
their points.
Good,
Thank you
good.
very much. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. And we can also have a look with you, Itumeleng, on your, if you had some new metrics, updated metrics, or I don't know, usage scenario.
Oh, I just I worked on the platform, the updated metrics. Hold on, I think I can.
You want me to share? Oh, you share?
Yeah, please. You can share it. It's okay.
Okay. So here it is. And to all the groups, if you have some problems with some issues with, for instance, with Canva, you know, in this update, is this when you reorder these elements, sometimes for some groups it could be not working. So please let us know on WhatsApp, and we'll react and support the developers. They will correct it. So the matrix here.
Oh, I think it's
something.
It's still the same. Yeah, I didn't. Can I just share my? It's still on my keynote presentation. Actually, it's not on my.
It's incomplete. Maybe the update was incomplete.
Yeah, in the keynote is complete. Yes. So I just worked on the only. I sort of made it a little bit more easier. So I'm eliminating complexity in the way the products and the services are given. I'm eliminating the extra labor that will come with the traditional approach. And I'm reducing cost, time. So I sort of made everything a bit more concise. And I'm creating, and I wrote it from the perspective of the farmer. So I'm creating rehabilitated, and this will be conserved, not preserved soils. And I'm creating a new access to market and industry. And I'm creating a new community-centric knowledge system. So what I was working on during the stage was sort of coming up with how I'm going to integrate all of this into a storyline. And I was talking to George about what the current environment is and time trends are in South Africa regarding changes to sustainable agriculture with now there's sort of a directive and mandate from the government, Department of Agriculture in South Africa to promote organic production of crops. And they sort of now this sort of top and bottom down approach in terms of the move to agricultural practice. And what we're offering is sort of a transitional services for all of the parties, focusing specifically on smallholder farmers who are still using traditional approaches, we're giving them the tools and services on how to transition to sustainable and organic agriculture practices. And to those that have transitioned or current organic farmers, this will be a way for them to maximize output from their land and to sort of create a system where they can maximize how much they can get from the land, and because they will still have those problems of pests within the crops. So we're targeting not only farmers that are transitioning, but those that have already transitioned, are already using biofertilizer, organic farming. And then
into Melang, you are frozen. I cannot hear you anymore. Yeah, into Melang. I think he was disconnected. So yeah, what is interesting, it's he tried to go further on the idea and to show not how he's doing that, or he's delivering this offering, but what would be the value the farmer. And the value for the farmer is to have to increase his revenues, his profitability, to have a label, organic label, because this label will bring him visibility on this product and more profitability because he has a better margin on this product. So it's all about that. So it's directly and especially in the matrix, focus directly and list in the matrix the value elements for the customer, for the user. Not